Happy New Year! How are you all doing? You okay? You doing well? I hope so. Unfortunately, the Christmas tree's gone because it's not Christmas anymore, which can always be a bit of a bummer. But I've got a feeling that 2004 is going to be awesome. I'm telling 2004 that it's going to be awesome. Anyway, so I thought to kick off the new year, instead of doing a movie review, because I went to see the Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug. I always say Smog. I will be reviewing that, but before then, I thought it would be good to do like a DVD haul type thing, where I talk about the DVDs that I got for Christmas. Because I'm a big film fan, I asked for a lot of DVDs, and this also includes stuff that I got for my birthday, because my birthday is literally like 4 weeks before Christmas. So, okay, here we go. First of all, let's start off with a book. All right, this is. I know you're saying book, it's not a film, but just don't turn over. Just hold your horses. This is As I Knew Him by Anne Serling. It's a biography about Rod Serling, who created The Twilight Zone and Night Gallery, and is just one of my personal heroes. This was released in the summer, and I was really interested to read it. And I have to say, it's absolutely fantastic. If you are just into his writing and you don't want to know anything about him, you just want to learn about his writing process or anything like that, this might not be for you. It's more about the man and about his relationship with his daughter, and it's really loving, it's really touching. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in here as well about the Twilight Zone and about a little bit about Night Gallery. There's not so much about that, unfortunately, but there's a lot of stuff in there about his writing as well, and how he balanced his family life with his writing life. And it's great to read something like this because we always fall in love with the idea of the tortured artist, the person who's, reclusive, locks themselves away from society, and oh, the pain, I have to bleed onto the page. And Rod Serling seems to be the antithesis of this. He was very much a family man and never let his work get in the way, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So, great book, definitely recommend it. There's some great photographs of Rod Serling, different stages of his life, and it was really sad that he died at such an early age, at the age of 50. So I got that. I've actually just about finished this. So while I'm saying it's brilliant, I haven't technically finished it, but I've just got a few pages. So unless something weird happens, I know that it's great. Okay, that was that. Second book. I know, it's another book. Just hold on. Jesus. This one is maybe more your cup of tea if you're watching this on the horror mic. Universal? This is the Sean Connery version of Universal Studios' Monsters. As a Scotsman, you think I'd be able to do a better Sean Connery impersonation than that. People always think that to do a Sean Connery impersonation, you just have to pronounce every S as a sh, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, so this is Universal Studio Monsters. Now, for my last birthday, I asked for, there was a book like this, only it was for the Hammer horror movies, and this is really, it's not made by the same people, it's not written by the same guy. I think it's Michael Mallory wrote this, but it's all about all the different Universal Studio monster movies. And I like a good coffee table book. I like a book that you pick up and it's got pictures, especially when you're reading books about films. I always love to see the stills from the production and things like that, and this is just full of them. It also put me on to a whole bunch of films I haven't even seen. Yes, me, person who's a massive horror fan and loves the Universal Studio movies, and I haven't seen actually quite a lot of them, which really surprised me. So it's really great. I don't know if you can see this. Which way am I moving? There's Lugosi and Karloff, and it's got so many great. Moving the wrong way. It's so many great and fantastic stills. Loads of information about each movie. Great posters, tidbits about the actors, about the production. It's just really great. I haven't read all of it yet. I like a book like this to last me a while, so I'll read a little bit about one film and then I'll move on to the next. So that's Universal Studio Monsters. I got that for my birthday. It could probably murder you, but not because it itself is a monster. I'm not saying that. It's because it's pretty heavy. So be careful. Don't know what I'm saying. Okay, last book, I promise. This is my favourite one. I got this for Christmas from, I'm going to say, my fiancée now. Yes, I got engaged at New Year, so very, very happy about that. But when she gave me this, she was just my girlfriend. And this is by Ray Bradbury. It's the Halloween Tree. I had sat down with my girlfriend on Halloween, and we watched the animated version of the Halloween Tree, and I looked up this sort of collector's edition of it, and it's really beautiful. It's completely illustrated. The illustrations are fantastic, and it's by Ray Bradbury, who's just one of my, I keep going the wrong way, sorry guys, one of my favourite writers of all time. In fact, as far as American writers go, probably Ray Bradbury, Rod Serling's up there, Edgar Allan Poe, but Ray Bradbury is right up there. I just love his stuff. It's had a huge effect on me, and there's just these really beautiful pencil sketches through the story. I mean, it's not a long book, it really is. It's not really a novel. If you don't know what the Halloween Tree is about, it's about a group of kids that get whisked away on an adventure to see all the different origins of Halloween throughout time. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. I will be reading that as soon as I finish the book I'm currently reading, but can't wait. And it was a really lovely gift, and it's these sort of collector's versions of books where they've got different illustrations and things. I love them. I'll eat that stuff up, not literally. Books aren't good for the digestive system. Okay, DVDs. We're on a horror can't even speak. A horror review channel, or movie review channel, as it more is now. And yes, we have DVDs. So first of all, I got Twilight Zone Season 1. What can we say about Twilight Zone? It's an anthology fantasy, dark fantasy I would say, and weird tales type of show. It was written by Rod Serling that I was talking about, and most of the episodes were presented by him. Really great job on these. The images is great. Can you say it properly? I said the images is great. Good English, Michael. The image quality is fantastic. I think it's been fully remastered, and also it's got some great features in there. It's got a good number of commentaries, and it's got little tidbits. There's like an audio lectures with Rod Serling that are great to listen to as well when he taught. So I actually got Season 2 as well, but Season 2 I got first. I got that for my birthday. And you can tell I'm actually watching it right now because the disc is in the DVD player. The Season 2 one doesn't have as good of features, but there's still quite a lot in there. There's like no, it's not that. It's the fact that I've already seen some of them on YouTube. That's what it was. But yeah, so I got the first 2 seasons, working my way through them. Haven't really watched the show since I was a kid, so really enjoying them, and thoroughly recommend it. Easily one of the greatest television shows of all time. And reading that Rod Serling book and watching these at the same time, you learn all sorts of stuff. I will say, by the way, about that Rod Serling book, there's a few spoilers, and I just heard my neighbour's child scream. That was creepy. I promise it's not someone in my basement. The thing about the Rod Serling book is that it does have a few spoilers of the episodes, so you need to watch that. If you haven't seen the episodes, and you sort of skip little bits here and there, but it's just like a page here and there. Anyway, that's the Twilight Zone DVDs. I will be getting the rest if they're out. I don't know if they're out, but stoked to have these, and my neighbour's child is still screaming. Maybe I should phone the police. No, I'll continue to review DVDs. That's the appropriate course of action. So this is a box set I got. Can you tell who it is? Woody Allen. I was on a real Woody Allen kick the last year, but I didn't actually own a lot of his movies, so I watched a lot of them online, and really wanted this box set because it's got a great selection of his movies there, a whole ton of them. I've got an Alfred Hitchcock box set that's like this, and it's one I return to time and time again, and I thought I really enjoyed. I watched sort of 4 or 5 of his movies. Some of them I'd seen when I was a kid, but just fell in love with him, and really, I know he's a bit of a controversial character in some ways, but he's not a Polanski type figure or anything like that. You know, he's nowhere near as controversial as that. I think people get the wrong idea of him and don't understand what happened in his personal life. If you don't know, he married he did he get married? He entered into a relationship with was it Mia Farrow's, who was his girlfriend at the time, her adopted daughter or stepdaughter. She was 20 years old at the time. All right, it's not nice, it's not pretty, but I certainly don't think we should be discounting the man's work because of that. Whereas with Polanski, you could make an argument for that. It's nothing like that. You know, the man is just an absolute legend. Some great movies in here. I've actually started to watch a lot of these, but obviously Manhattan is the one a lot of people talk about. And Annie Hall, which is just absolutely wonderful. But yeah, I've been working through them. Radio Days, Stardust Memories, Zelig is like a documentary or a mockumentary, and it's just so funny, so funny. Anyway, so I would really highly recommend this. The actual DVDs themselves are really nice, sweet, nice pictures, and they're doubled up. So that's Sleeper on one side, Shadow and Fog on the other, and then they fall out, and they've actually got bits about the movies inside of the case as well. So really nice, and I don't think it's too expensive, so definitely worth it if you fancy watching Woody Allen. I know a lot of people again who think Woody Allen's a bit of a sleaze because they don't really understand what happened in his personal life. They don't understand that it's, I think some people think about Woody Allen that he like groomed this kid, and I just don't think that was the case. When you look into it, you realise that Woody Allen didn't, I don't think he lived with them, and like I say, this was when she was 20 years old that they got together. So I'm not saying that it's ideal, but every family has its strange things, don't they? Maybe not that strange, but at the end of the day, I just think his films are great. Anyway, I'm going to move on and I've just ripped it. No, I've not. I'm going to move on to the last one, actually. This is another Woody Allen DVD, Deconstructing Harry. It's not in that box set, unfortunately. That box set doesn't have all of his movies. It's got most of them, but not all. It's a lot of his more modern ones it doesn't have. And I watched this. This is, I don't want to say it's my favourite Woody Allen movie, but it's definitely up there. I think it's up there with Annie Hall. There's just some moments of pure genius in it, and it's about a writer who has been writing these stories, and he's basically just been writing about his experiences in other people's lives that he knows, and they take exception to him doing that, even though he changes names and stuff like that. And it's this really sort of surreal exploration of the writer, his life, and trying to find meaning through it. But there's some great moments. I don't want to ruin it. One of the funniest things that I've ever seen this happens, and all I'm going to say is it's Robin Williams' character when he enters the film. If you've seen it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's good. Demi Moore in it, Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. It's also got very young, what was his name, Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man as well. Really worth it. Very funny. And if you are creative, or if you do write or anything like that as well, there are a few home truths in this movie as well that you should watch out for. So that's my kind of movie related stuff that I got for Christmas. Nope, there's more. I also got a box with William Shatner on it. This is a model of the Starship Enterprise, the original one from the television series. Yes, as I mentioned before, I love Star Trek. You don't like that? Well, go and take a flying fuck to yourself. The only thing with these sets is the Revell sets, by the logo here, Revell, you don't get the paints. So you get this, you open it up and you're like, oh, I'm going to build this is going to be amazing. And it comes, you know, it's not like a clip together set, it's like properly, you're going to have to put this stuff together, you know. there's no paints, so you can either put it together like with the bland grey colour all over, because a lot of the pieces it says paint before assembly, so I haven't assembled it yet. But Chris from the Rabocast, the podcast that I do, he got given the same one by his brother for Christmas, so we've looked at some plans online, and we're going to build our own real Starship Enterprise. No, you can get like LED lights and put them in and make it all flashy and glittery, and it should be pretty cool. Again, I love Star Trek, so that was totally awesome. But now it's broken. And finally, Ghostbusters. This isn't the Ghostbusters. It's another model for the Ecto 1A. It actually does both. You'll notice that that's actually the top from Ghostbusters 2. But you get the transfers, and you get the roof racks and all that for the Ecto 1, which is the one that I'll do. I like Ghostbusters 2. I don't think it's nearly as crap as people say. It's just not a touch on the... doesn't even come close to the first movie. Okay, yeah, so I still have to build it because, again, you need the paints. Here's some of the transfers. I don't know if you can see that. Ghostbusters one's up here. So, I feel I did pretty well for myself. Yes, I am a complete child, you know, but the thing is, with presents and stuff like that, you know, some people have this attitude that, well, now you must get a serious toy, not even toy, a serious present. You must have a drill, or a jumper, or socks, and those socks better not have anything funny or quirky on them, goddammit. And I just think, nonsense, you know, live your life the way you want to live it, have a bit of fun. If you like stuff like this, great. I also got a Superman t-shirt. I also got Superman slippers, which I'm wearing like an old man, although my girlfriend keeps stealing them from me, which really makes me angry, although she got me them, so can't really say anything. It's kind of like when Homer Simpson bought Marge a ball with the word Homer on it. No, she's not that Superman. So anyway, so that is, I've just pressed a button. Has this stopped recording? No, it's not. That's everything I got for my birthday and for my Christmas movie related. I got a couple other bits and bobs that were really nice. I got a couple of Ray Bradbury books. I got other ones than those paperbacks, and I got some ghost story collections. If you follow my Ghastly Tales channel, you'll know I love ghost stories and I also love to write them. And I think that's everything. So I'm going to be back soon with some more movie reviews and stuff. I might even record one straight after this. I don't know, because I've kind of enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great new year. Hope it brings you everything that you could possibly want. And I will see you all soon. Bye for now. Oh yeah, and I'm really going to try and get the Facebook page going. So if you could, just click that like button. Start posting on it. Yeah, okay, good. Thanks. See you later, guys. And gals. Age of 50. So I got that. I've actually just about finished this. So while I'm saying it's brilliant, I haven't technically finished it, but I've just got a few pages. So unless something weird happens, I know that it's great. Okay, that was that. Second book. I know, it's another book. Just hold on. Jesus. This one is maybe more your cup of tea if you're watching this on the horror mic. Universal? This is the Sean Connery version of Universal Studios' Monsters. As a Scotsman, you think I'd be able to do a better Sean Connery impression. This was released in the summer, and I was really, really interested to read it. And I have to say, it's absolutely fantastic. If you are just into his writing and you don't want to know anything about him, you just want to learn about his writing process or anything like that, this might not be for you. It's more about the man and about his relationship with his daughter, and it's really loving, it's really touching. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in here as well about the Twilight Zone and about a little bit about Night Gallery. There's not so much about that. unfortunately, but there's a lot of stuff in there about his writing as well, and how he balanced his family life. Happy New Year! How are you all doing? You okay? You doing well? I hope so. Unfortunately, the Christmas tree's gone because it's not Christmas anymore, which can always be a bit of a bummer. But I've got a feeling that 2004 is going to be awesome. I'm telling 2004 that it's going to be awesome. Anyway, so I thought to kick off the new year, instead of doing a movie review, because I went to see The Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug. I always say Smog. I will be reviewing that. But before then, I thought it would be good to do like a DVD haul type thing, where I talk about the DVDs that I got for Christmas. Because I'm a big film fan, I asked for a lot of DVDs. And this also includes stuff that I got for my birthday, because my birthday is literally like 4 weeks before Christmas. So, okay, here we go. First of all, let's start off with a book. All right, this is. I know you're saying book, you know, it's not a film, but just don't turn over. Just hold your horses. This is As I Knew Him by Anne Serling. It's a biography about Rod Serling, who created The Twilight Zone and Night Gallery, and is just one of my personal heroes with his writing life. And it's great to read something like this because we always fall in love with the idea of the tortured artist, the person who's, you know, reclusive, locks themselves away from society, and oh, the pain, I have to bleed onto the page. And Rod Serling seems to be the antithesis of this. He was very much a family man and never let his work get in the way, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So, great book, definitely recommend it. There's some great photographs of Rod Serling, different stages of his life, and it was really sad that he died at such an early age, at the